The sun in Vedic astrology represents the core of who we are. It is not personality, it is identity. The sun shows the sense of self that exists beneath roles, emotions, and external expectations. It represents confidence, purpose, and the feeling of being centered within oneself. Without a strong sun, a person may achieve many things, yet still feel uncertain about who they truly are. Many people misunderstand the sun because it is often reduced to ego. Ego itself is not negative. Ego simply means I exist. Problems arise only when identity becomes rigid or fragile. A healthy sun creates self respect without arrogance and humility without self erasure. The sun becomes most visible when a person is placed in a position of responsibility. How someone handles authority, leadership, or visibility reveals the strength of their sun. Some step into responsibility naturally, others avoid it or feel overwhelmed by it. This response reflects how stable the inner sense of self is. In Vedic astrology, the sun represents Atman, the inner self or soul principle. It is the light of awareness that gives direction to life. When this light is clear, decisions feel aligned. When it is weak or obscured, confusion increases. The sun therefore governs purpose more than success. The sun also represents vitality. It governs energy levels, confidence, and the ability to sustain effort over time. When the sun is strong, a person feels naturally energized and motivated. When weak, exhaustion and self-doubt appear easily. Unlike Mars, which pushes action, the sun provides direction. Mars asks, how do I act? The sun asks, why am I acting? Without the sun, action lacks meaning. Without Mars, meaning lacks movement. The sun governs authority, but not domination. Authority here means inner authority, the ability to stand by one's decisions. People with a healthy sun do not constantly seek approval. They listen, but they are not easily shaken. This creates quiet confidence rather than loud control. When the sun is weak, identity becomes fragile. Criticism feels personal, validation becomes necessary. Confidence fluctuates based on external feedback. Strengthening the sun restores inner stability. The sun also governs the relationship with father figures and authority figures. This includes biological father, mentors, leaders, and institutions. How someone relates to authority externally often mirrors their inner authority. Unresolved issues here often reflect a challenged sun. In Hindu philosophy, the sun is Surya, the source of life, order, and rhythm. Surya is not just a physical body in the sky, he represents cosmic order and consciousness. Without the sun, life cannot function. Without awareness, life lacks direction. Surya is associated with discipline and routine. The sun rises at the same time each day, maintaining rhythm and consistency. A strong sun thrives on structure, routine, and responsibility. This is why consistent habits strengthen the sun naturally. In the Vedas, light is always associated with truth. Darkness does not mean evil, it means ignorance. The sun represents clarity, the ability to see clearly and act honestly. When the sun is strong, self-deception decreases. The sun also governs reputation. Not fame, but how one is perceived when no explanation is given. A strong sun creates respect without effort. A weak sun requires constant justification. This is why integrity strengthens the sun over time. From a health perspective, the sun governs the heart, spine, and overall vitality. Posture, confidence, and energy are all sun-related. A collapsed posture often reflects weakened inner authority. An upright posture reflects self-respect. The body mirrors the sun's condition. Periods influenced by the sun bring focus on responsibility and purpose. Life asks, who are you becoming and what do you stand for? Avoiding these questions weakens the sun. Facing them strengthens it. The sun teaches leadership through example. It does not chase attention. It naturally becomes central because it radiates stability. True leadership does not demand recognition. It earns it through consistency. Ultimately, the sun represents alignment with one's inner truth. When aligned, decisions feel steady. When misaligned, confusion grows. Strengthening the sun is not about dominance. It is about becoming centered within oneself. The sun does not need to be analyzed in every house to understand its power. Its influence is strongest in a few key houses where identity, authority, and purpose naturally express themselves. Focusing on these placements gives clearer insight without unnecessary complexity. When the sun is placed in the first house, identity becomes central to life. These individuals are naturally visible. They tend to carry presence without effort. Confidence is closely tied to self-image and personal direction. If balanced, this creates leadership and self-assurance. If imbalanced, sensitivity to ego and criticism can appear. The fifth house is another powerful placement for the sun. Here, identity expresses through creativity, intelligence, and self-expression. There is a strong desire to be recognized for one's ideas or talents. Teaching, guiding, or inspiring others becomes a natural role. When the sun is strong here, confidence feels joyful rather than forced. The ninth house gives the sun moral direction and higher purpose. Identity becomes shaped by beliefs, philosophy, and meaning. There is a strong sense of right and wrong. Loss of purpose weakens the sun here quickly. Connection to wisdom, learning, or teaching strengthens it. The 10th house is one of the sun's most impactful placements. Here, identity expresses through career, leadership, and responsibility. Recognition often comes naturally over time. A strong sun here creates respected authority. An imbalanced sun can tie self-worth too tightly to status. The 12th house gives the sun a very different expression. Here, identity turns inward. There is often a questioning of who one is beyond roles and titles. This placement can feel confusing early in life. With maturity, it creates quiet strength, humility, and spiritual awareness. These key houses show where the sun naturally wants to shine. Avoiding these life areas weakens confidence. Engaging with them strengthens identity and purpose. This is why sun-related challenges often improve when responsibility is accepted rather than avoided. It is always important to assess the sun from both the Lagna chart and the moon chart. The Lagna shows outer identity and life direction. The moon chart shows inner confidence and emotional security. A strong sun in either chart can support resilience. Weakness in both often leads to self-doubt, even with success. Ultimately, the sun shows where life asks you to stand confidently and responsibly. The more willingly that responsibility is embraced, the stronger the sun becomes. This is the sun's central lesson. The sun also reveals how comfortable a person is with visibility. Visibility does not always mean fame. It means being seen, acknowledged, and recognized for who you are. Some people naturally step into the spotlight. Others shrink from it, even when they are capable. A strong sun does not chase attention. It allows attention to come naturally through presence and consistency. When the sun is weak, people may either avoid being seen or overcompensate by demanding recognition. Both patterns come from insecurity rather than confidence. The sun also governs decision making from a place of authority. Authority here does not mean control over others, it means inner authority, trusting your own judgment. When this inner authority is strong, decisions feel steady. When it is weak, indecision and self doubt increase. This is why people with a challenged sun often seek constant validation. They look outside themselves for permission to act. They hesitate even when they know the answer internally. Strengthening the sun reduces this dependency and restores self trust. The sun also plays a key role in how people experience success. Success alone does not strengthen the sun, alignment does. Someone can achieve external success and still feel empty if it does not reflect their true values. The sun asks whether success feels meaningful, not just impressive. From a psychological perspective, the sun governs self-esteem. Self-esteem is not confidence in skills, it is confidence in one's right to exist as oneself. When self-esteem is stable, criticism does not destroy confidence. When it is fragile, even small feedback feels threatening. The sun also influences posture and physical presence. An upright posture reflects inner confidence. A collapsed posture often reflects self-doubt or avoidance of responsibility. The body mirrors the sun's condition more than we realize. In daily life, the sun strengthens through routine and consistency. Waking at regular times, following through on commitments, and maintaining discipline all support the sun. Irregularity, avoidance, and lack of structure weaken it over time. The sun also teaches dignity. Dignity does not mean superiority, it means self-respect. People with a strong sun treat themselves well and expect to be treated with respect without demanding it aggressively. Another important sun lesson is ownership. Ownership of choices, ownership of mistakes, ownership of direction. Avoiding ownership weakens the sun, taking responsibility strengthens it. This is why sun-related challenges often improve when a person stops blaming circumstances and starts asking what they are meant to take responsibility for. Responsibility does not limit freedom, it creates it. The sun also represents integrity. Integrity means alignment between values and actions. When actions contradict values, inner confidence erodes. Living in alignment restores clarity and strength naturally. Ultimately, the sun is not about ego. It is about becoming centered within yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, and having the courage to live from that place consistently. If this additional insight helped deepen your understanding of the sun's role in confidence, authority, and purpose, feel free to share your reflections in the comments. And if you're enjoying this journey through Vedic astrology, make sure you're subscribed. Understanding life through the lens of Vedic astrology.